There, DJ Birash, Zo. Kwame, that's you are trying to do the dance, but so the last Zo be this.
I mean this one.
This is the last Zo. Me Zo.
You have to do your face some way and bring your tongue out. And, you know,
that's the African dance, the Ghanaian dance.
Yeah.
It goes with facial expression. I mean, who am I to even talk about dance when we have
dance God?
The dance, no, Lord God dance. The Lord God dance here. Facial expressions. I mean, it's a core part of African dance, right?
Oh, of course, obviously.
Like the one the guy does, the Agado guy does in the video.
It's not just African dance. Actually, it's
Expression.
It's facial expression is part of the communication that's adds to the body poetry. So,
Body poetry.
Yeah, I mean when you're dancing,
Poetry in dance.
Exactly.
Guy.
So you're using your body to be able to communicate, and your face is one of the things, because obviously you are going to have this eye contact with the people who are watching, and you need to be able to augment whatever you're doing with the facial expression. So it has to be in sync constantly. So yeah, and these unique forms of facial expressions add to the vibe of what you're projecting.
Like Agado guy.
Have
you seen his facial expression?
Every facial expression that is making you, like right now, you are remembering the stuff.
Allah, I didn't feel the guy pass.
That means it's an integral part of the dance. Anyway, straight into our Showbiz review. I have Mr. Robert Klein here. Kwame Daz is here. Proudly brought to you by Betway, Falcon Trading Enterprise, and Telisa. We are connecting energies this morning. Ghanaian music producer Kwame Miki is in the news, and he is saying amicably they've resolved the issue, the copyright issue. Kwame Miki Amika. Okay. Kwame Miki amicably. I'll do something. He has resolved the issues, the copyright issues with the music group Team Eternity Ghana over the Diffie hit song. And this was announced in a statement signed by Kwame Miki on Monday, the 1st of July, 2024. We are trying to get him on the line so that we speak to him and find out how they resolve the issue. I think last 2 weeks, right? We spoke to him.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago, we spoke to him, and then he was of the view that if the resolution should come in a form of cash or apology, BB or Beji. But Kwame Miki is here on the line. Let me talk to him. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Chairman Pacho Bibiaboko.
Yami Adomo.
Kafra say enya no afri mpam. Pacho, and we chanced on a statement signed by yourself stating that the copyright issue with Team Eternity Ghana has been resolved, and we just wanted to find out more about that.
Media. And then said, yes, and someone by and I Kasa no Team Eternity Ghana and me brother dear minimum no La Paz on those years on the junior friend Oshobo, Sana Milim friend. The guy named, but I think said the Yankasa. They reached out to me, not just the question to be any paper. And I say, Omo, I need the need for tea and I'm any abbey. The time won't come over who you say, Mr. Mickey, when you were a say you're born or remix, and I know you might be punk at home, come away different tea. Almost in fact, almost frame, yet what to argue now. Yellow Penny is uncommon burn. And he was in a mother as a creator now. She see BPR, my in in fact, the key and bear 3 days, like 3 consecutive times for meeting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, no call Ben Crew and as a my Juman Kosu na they are a Ghana na yes, it's a conquer.
Into
It has been resolved. And it's really resolved.
Okay. Okay. Once you had a lawyer in there, I'm sure the resolution had to be documented. Some form of documentation happened.
Oh yes. And see where had the Bible cry. Say it's documented. But then yes, BB. Then they say Chinchina Obana come make it say Yana Mechi and I say. In fact, they just did a need for, and they said, sorry, sir, initial stage is someone who ain't, not just the other hammer has already been done. TSA, you know, yet your boss in Yakasa dream. And they own say, Yakasa was doing who be praying. Once I Yamiadum, and before them. Na fa no mi no nyina ya tie ho ase no agree upon something no
Inti
kind of say nyina ya no that asomdwe abuom, but we just smoking a peace pipe and everything was settled.
Okay. Okay, so you decided to smoke the peace pipe with them. What the elements in the pipe, that is was it just in the form of an apology and acceptance of the fact that they took part of or they sampled some part of your song, or was it further pushed to reflect in form of revenue that they've also accrued on their song?
They just accepted it. Part of it has been at least picked, and so you should all come to the conclusion that you be and assumption. And I mean, I don't mean the assumption go acquaint every lawyer penny in a woman and she might say, assumption no quite so.
You didn't come on last time, no. Na openina uka se achopa ba obeji se iskaba obeji nti ni mi nu ne ba ya na ba ko pe ne ba e.
I oza beka jose. Enye bibia cho kra pa no ya se said you be akasa ene bra e kano. Nti no kremo ni mi nu nyina ba e. Na enye bibia eye hu se
enye sika kesi bia sa
e de boa to be three so certain china tia say. In fact, the BBA by Biampo, the free or one. And say, Anna, and your massa then says a Pia Bontino. Then put in a cat, Bibinia Cardena. It be some your mind in Cheshire, lawyer penny, and in the fuel holding that I saw yet a sign, because ye anomana Bibia Bana, yes, Yaman and yes, but Yamiadum, they were able to say another bit, said that,
Inti sika kakraba.
Ever supportable and yet BP Casabia, but
okay, say the senior relative kakra. Who said the Abe Cassia Mauno, Ebiana Ketwa Mubi, and you been so Ketwan subit my occasion, and Tinana near Resabia, Senka Ube 2 no prequana.
But I'll say
Senka Ube 2 no prequana, a dance de
and it's in a contract, no say.
Non-disclosure.
Lawyer waiting for the trade review say it should be confidential. Now, Penny and I say I'm ready for Cassie to be a confidential. Mean sign a bemo and could default. And your kindness, I don't know, just say, Nadia, the trip away. Me say, and the every day to maternity. So, when you are Casa, so everything I don't think so.
Okay,
still remain quite. Yeah, na ni no. Yeah, say independent na mansachi.
Okay.
And very important.
So moving forward, no, revenue that will be accrued from a year or more performance of this very same song, and also a whole sense to say a idea a kind guho ma unya percentage be woman I say a one time.
And no crying yourself or one a card be say or more be ye bia. And then we had so and tea. In fact, no kind and also meant to say. Any more Edina Baba, and I say, anything so that you will be someone getting in county. said the Tiano Crano, and Yadia di Kivi. Somebody said, Mikasa be able to say, Yadia. Said, but the dear Domoya and there. So, what the any give him and the any day sell. And people, Chinchina Chin and Pukoba say, you put na chow pan quampa, and put it to me soon. Send ye in any part in Ghana for. And a Ghana size way. I did good in a be. Yeah, you will be dear. Name of my fast obey yellow. And then a dear when you play back.
Okay, senior, and
if I want to mama you or day, if I want to mama me, would him say a CK man, and so say a me bra penny Rexoma at Toye. It's an so far from Passantino or on the ones in the armor.
Ampa.
So Sabena can see Ketias, say Rexam for Crampas, what be uncount Tiasi. Tino, if he young pons and breast will be seen there, a BB few be more back. A Ghana assassin. A young man signed the name say Ube Bolobia, and I'll be boom Bessia, but Fabi woman the
Faquan Passo.
I say, oh, yeah, Faquan Passo. And in Tina, ma, ya, you can be na, I am a Corbin Kruma, Miss Emma, in United Tiasian.
Okay, open you with you before you be Jawa more free at home, so no with you. And you know him, I didn't come on him, I messy didn't come on, and Ochirimu say unya 101 and Kobe patch or say fa mrantiano ebone eche ti we dey once a one kase waje mu de eye banan kwanso ye sabusan se ohun se ebia enwom no fa bi omofa bibi wo mo no ohima azu chiremu anon de on hyede hu se omofa bibi wo minim se what is ansem na
DJ Slim unim ade no ya na obi ho a minim lawyer pani bia you be finidi o America ha e no sign e wo Ghana in fact ni deep training ni nim de no wen kan pa na metima sende wo ne nsemu afiti ase na wo gina mu den se wo kwa mi kini se den afi ono ankasa wo hwa atwere bebre bo otwere ya you be finidi now ni kwasi abo agida na edi sansa wo so no afi eduru baby no or see after listening to the song Kwame Biki have a point or he has a case so what you say and we are ye can no or him mercy cry I mean aba or permasem me penasem maybe I will name number ka wa frɛ be cry da ka se bra ja with the facture me an kata ko bi gina mama said ye wo kan no so e bi kura mpo ada mercy enum dada no won che den ti aho na fofo ya na ato na adwene mu na nani agye ho na odi dwa me said ye wo ka so mo ye the hero no you see and yes nobody can dispute about the fact that say yes do fofo na won aye na ede waye na be fo kwan so na ede enika e bi aminka
okay
so obo ya di no bi kwa me da ho no adwene ye me da na me tia na me chase me baba bo na me chase oh so o fa jubu fa bi enti so bi ka se o kwa me kini case na me ma yi tin kire se wontie ni edi pasano ka jumani mi no wontie ye hu se oh we dey happy na nko we ya tui
okay
you be competition enti you be kasa ya na nyame ngwa
okay
enti for you know now my mercy cry that na dwene nko so de what ya na dwene ye se e bi a defi e hu asem na America but it was not the word defi ne mo mi nyina echi nyame adom aso bia be no ya ma echi akotwe
ampa opanyi
because I credit the extra na if you ho na die wu
opanyi be da se na no pay
yes let me da was no abajafo ne me ni ade mo nyina so mo ya tie da wase bebre me fa kwan we so da presenters ne broadcast ne TV presenters radio obia because asem say ba obia kire ni do obia kire na dwene enye Kwame making quantity nye team eternity quantity na we no me di wonim na ya na o se bi wo ka di opia yin nyina ye di asua di o what you say
ampa
ye china be ka se Kwame making di ba say na we di na se so and ko de ne se ye di asua di opportunity. Timiniano, Namisha Mopa, and Mobre.
Nyamisha I ashes, open your ashes was your say, or can be my
Bra.
Ubiasio, Bawadasi.
Mammy Bra, Casanada. Aboko there.
Boko Minia.
Call Fanquan as a minute day.
Oh, baby, we didn't crown for so we be a quantum memory. I didn't know you and I
fear my memory.
Say, we said here. And we dear, how crash or he never can go retreat a bra go and even if he is so dear. Minia carrying dear Chivia.
Open your better see, Show. Well, we just got off the phone line with Kwame Mickey, and he has confirmed that yes, truly, the issue with Team Eternity Ghana has been the copyright issue with Team Eternity Ghana has been resolved. It took them 3 consecutive meetings to reach an amicable resolution on this point, and then they had a lawyer present, and after they documented the whole process, but then there is a confidentiality clause somewhere that he can't reveal the actual. Confidentiality. Said the TN say.
I shouldn't say.
Oh, no problem. No problem. It's a problem. New one. Your uncle for Bambako di emo baby. No, or maybe you for to your
Me a media some knuckle coat.
I'm a dozen.
But then we're back into the studio. We have about to have a conversation. The first take on the issue so far and your observation. I'll start with you, Robert.
Issue between 2 people, and they have, resolved it. So they're straight up. I think for me the biggest thing here is a lesson. There's a proverb that we have. It says, "What if you see your neighbor's beard on fire, then you go and fetch a calabash full of water and then use it to guard yours." So you
put yours in a barrel of water.
Soak it,
whichever one. To prevent. So learn from somebody else's experience. You don't necessarily need to walk in a person's shoes, and they say, this is the experience. No. So basically, somebody goes through it, you quickly learn from it, and then you pick your lessons, and then you safeguard yours or your next move. So for me, that's the biggest thing. I just want to be able to pick from that.
Kwame Dazi was of the view when this whole thing started that he wished this issue goes to court so that there can be some form of documentation precedents to issues like this in Ghana. Because as a Ghana, let's solve it.
I mean, it's possible that it could go. All Kwame Dazi has to do is to pay for the lawyers for both parties.
Yes.
Kwame has to pay for the lawyer for Kwame Mickey, and then he has to pay for the lawyer for eternity, and then he has to keep going to the court to
document.
To go and do the documentation. When it's done, it just lets the 2 parties know that this is what
I would do that.
That's all. I mean, you want somebody to go to court, you go pay.
Kwame, are you disappointed?
Very, very disappointed. I think this is good news for Kwame Mickey. At least he's gotten some small cash, so it's good news for him.
Maybe small.
Cash? Yes, he said it. He said that.
He said both apology
Team Eternity Ghana proposed a certain amount, and then they said that in the future, revenue accrued they will also appreciate him.
Oh, so there are future earnings as well.
That
is got a good deal, pal.
So it's good news.
And he said that he did not push them. He allowed them to come up with the figures themselves. He's just interested in the fact that the right thing or the right channel must be using this.
Okay, but Kwame Dazi is not happy.
Okay,
so Kwame Dazi is not happy.
It might also be good news for Team Eternity, but it is bad news for the industry.
Okay, why? Explain with the aid of a well-labeled diagram.
Yeah, with diagrams because I always think that we need to set precedents in this industry for issues like this. Copyright issues are very technical. They are issues that inform the core of this business. And so when issues about copyright, intellectual property come up and people are cowed into silence, they want to just go into agreements just because maybe they are scared of legal processes and the drudgery that comes with it. For example, this whole team eternity thing, to me, the reason they might have gone into that agreement would be because of, they are young, they're not coming. They may not have all the resources to finance legal processes. Okay, legal processes. Go hire a lawyer. You'll be going back and forth. For all you know, all the monies that you will spend, if you had given it to the man and asked something that's called. 2, these are Christians, and I'm very sure there are people behind the scenes who are Christians, who are from the Christian community, who might have come out to tell them that you are Christians. Why do you even want to drag this whole issue? Why do you want to? You are doing evangelism with your song. Why do you want to even go to court with it? So, Charlie, kill the matter. That's another thing. And then there could be the other angle of, I know some people in this industry who are in the creative industry who think of Team Eternity as, Charlie, I think that Kwame Mickey, and some industry people, as someone who kill it one time and let's move forward. All these things may have contributed to the succumbing to Kwame Mickey's, with the whole thing. Again,
but you feel
I'm coming again. Another point.
I'm looking at this man like I don't know him.
Just another point.
Carry on. Continue.
That might have informed this whole supposed resolution. Is the fact that the Team Eternity people in the past and even on their current album, testimony album, have done covers and samples. These ones are clear covers. These ones, Adam, don't be looking at me like that. These are clear covers and samples that they have done. And no, the entire different infringement.
That one is interpolation.
And they have done some covers, serious infringement. If they had pursued this particular one in court, when we are not using a matter and I say other people, or say, na cry and can't hear what they only Kwame Mickey air court. So maybe they dreaded that whole process of some people coming up against them to say that we have a track record of you guys taking people's songs, not even the Defi thing that we're talking about, but taking the whole song and making it yours. For all you know, they didn't even seek permission for all those songs. So the fear from that angle may have been there.
But don't you think this one rather opens a door, a bigger door?
Landing.
Okay.
Sometimes when you have an issue with somebody and you say I'm sorry, it's not always because you are wrong. I thought that only be near some like I say, it's not because why someone no enye there and I say udi phone or apologize. Sometimes you say sorry to let sleeping dogs lie.
Okay.
To me, that is a typical situation in which Team Eternity found themselves in. Not necessarily because they had a bad case in this particular instance. You get me?
No, I get you.
So Kwame Mickey, he should celebrate. It is victory for him. He should celebrate. But to me, as an industry, this is something that we could have learned so much from, because the gray areas in this whole controversy as in are very large. And I'm very sad that we have overlooked this because somebody who wields clout in the industry was able to cow Team Eternity into silence, and they were able to agree with him.
Why are you
to
saying?
go into
They were
cowed into.
No, why are you assuming?
No, it's not assumption. It's not assumption.
Why are you assuming that? Like, what's your basis? How do you know? But they don't want. They choose not to go to court.
Yeah, it
doesn't mean they are scared or afraid. No, it
doesn't mean. And I've given you the reasons that might have influence their
and then you are saying
decisions.
Which simply means that exactly. So it means it means that possibly doesn't hold water.
Oh,
English they speak.
Kwame Dazi, listen. Do you believe there are so many ways to resolve a conflict resolution?
I believe. And the reasons I stated are part of the reasons.
Okay. However, one part of your statement that I do not agree, and I might want to share my opinion on is, if you claim that they settled because they feel that they've also infringed on other songs. And by going heads on with Kwame Mickey would make them be in the spotlight, quote unquote, as some stubborn group of people, and then
it might awaken some other people.
Don't you think that is the opposite? Because allowing Kwame Mickey to walk away right now, allowing, quote unquote, to walk away with...
Has he walked away?
No, he has. As it stands now, what he said, that they've resolved it. That means that he has taken some part of money.
Okay, but when you say walk away, I thought you were saying walk away as in ONJ.
No, he just walked away with something.
Okay, with something.
With something. Don't you think that will also open the door for Susie and Matt and others who they've also touched on their song or picked certain parts of their song to also come in and also see them as some form of revenue right now?
That wouldn't be as grave as if they went to court. With that, they know it was amicable. So it would be something small. But if they had gone to court, it would aggravate the situation. They might even give them bigger bills to pay. You get it?
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're about to touch on Praise Reloaded, but then...
don't let this guy talk now. He's coming to destroy the thing. Let Ashes talk.
No,
okay.
DJ Slim.
Kwame doesn't have to promise to keep quiet.
In penny for bu baby say.
His microphone. His microphone is off. Feel free.
In penny for bu baby say. Dia wire no. Ono no nim baby oshe. So nipa na wa find inspiration. The person who took inspiration from the song knows where he took the inspiration. Kwame, you were not in the studio when the inspiration came. They know where the inspiration came. So it's not about somebody.
You at the meeting.
That is why they've done the honorable thing. So it's not about somebody cowing them into submission.
They were cowed.
It is because they know where they took the inspiration from. That is why.
And they are Christians.
And
they are Christians too. They don't lie.
How I wish we could take Kwame to the studio for him to interpolate the old Defe.
I will not do.
Now you are a jail no Kwame Kokot.
I will interpolate Kwame.
That's why we go hit.
we go DJ Bidash.
I don't wonder.
Because
the case like you could get here.
they themselves know where the inspiration came from. It is why
I told you.
It is why
that's when you were on the floor. Nobody.
It is why they don't see the need to go to any extent of litigation.
Are you assuming?
Because even in the courts, there is what we call ADR, alternative dispute resolution. So at times you take your matter there. The judges look at the matter, especially when it is civil. We have two kinds of cases, the criminal and the civil. So when it's a civil matter and they think that you guys can come to an agreeing point, they allow you just to ensure that the court is, like drain of so many cases. So they allow you to go for ADR. So, there's a form of ADR where the parties feel like we can sit down and settle a matter without any brouhaha in the courtroom. So they choose the ADR, which will at the end of the day urge them to move on with their ministry and forgo all of these. Today you go to court is postponed, you go to court, the case is adjourned, and future maybe troubles. So I think that we, on the other side too, I want to say that, like Kwame said, it's bad for the industry. I say it is good for the industry because the reason is that this is also telling artists that if you do something and you know that you've infringed on your colleagues' intellectual property, you just need to do the honorable thing. No need to do patapa lie.
Who was doing patapa in this?
No.
You
as in Kwame Eugene. Kwame does it.
Who was doing the patapa?
You want to bring in the patapa
because Kwame Mickey who was doing the patapa.
No,
in this
if you know you've taken your colleagues' intellectual property.
He was scaring them.
No. This is also good for the industry. We need to, artists need to emulate how they can admit to taking inspirations from their colleagues and not go and take inspirations and come and pretend as if they didn't hear the other song from anywhere. It is good for the industry. And also, I think that
I'm going to law school.
I think that
Okreku might take a couple of songs. Go and pick one. and do them the way you would do them.
You will learn on the
So
ground.
for me,
You learn on the
ground,
what?
on the ground.
I would like to.
You feel up.
I would like to.
One thing song. Look, you see.
I would like to commend lawyer Esankoma for coming in to ensure. I mean, lawyer Esankoma is very learned when it comes to copyright issue. He's also a musician himself. So I mean, he coming in and showing that everything is settled amicably.
And
for
he's a
me,
Christian too.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, so big ups to the parties for arriving. Don't listen to Kwame Dazi because he will lead you and go and chuck it somewhere
We are
when the
listening to
damages
the
come.
other Kwame. In this case, there are two Kwames.
Yes.
We are listening to Kwame Miki.
Because damages in the bar, Kwame Dazi. I'll find salary you mess up for two. What's he say? Obe push you. Go. Now can you lock you out? Obe jare. So Charlie, it's good.
As you say.
So you see, people like Kwame Dazi.
And then,
They are the same people who will sit on Joy FM.
Yes.
And bring the encyclopedia and come and tell us grammar.
Yes.
Brofo.
Trying to explain the industry
Yes.
to us. But they are the same people telling thieves to go on.
Oh,
that is-
no, they're not thieves.
Cool down. Not thieves as in.
January 10.
they say,
But we don't encourage
you
thieves.
find another word.
Not
I'm going to
thieves.
find another.
Yes.
Telling crooks like
Samplers.
crooks like Kwame Dazi are the people luring industry into this problem. You see, you cannot freely pick on somebody's work and pretend that I got inspiration. And you don't see knows the kind of inspiration we are talking about. You can't say that you got inspiration. Yes, there are plenty songs that definitely you might curve inspiration one or two other. But when the 60-second bar clicks to it and it's almost the same, my friend, you cannot lie. You understand me? The Defe song, if you like Kwame Miki said, if you pitch the two, you cannot say it is the phrase Defe alone that makes it that inspiration. The whole phrase of that chorus was picked. DJ Bidash, can you play both songs?
No, it's not.
They are not the same.
Munjaime, yeah.
I said,
Munjaime.
the old one is
Why are you-
They're not the same.
This is daylight robbery. Why are you trying to rob
The
them?
same.
No, you is
No
not
more the
robbery.
expressions.
No, I'm
Melodies
going
are
on
different.
I'm not even going
Melodies
on
are
the
different.
Wait,
No more the.
Kwame
This is not copyright
Dazi.
infringement.
Kwame Dazi.
Master, do you
Why are we doing this in the
Oh,
industry?
My team is turning
my
it.
brother.
They have done the
Doing
right
this.
thing. I'm not going on them. I'm going on
It's
Kwame
even
Dazi.
two.
My issue is on Kwame. Why are you doing this daylight robbery
His
thing?
microphone is off.
You understand me? This is Qatar kind of. And if you're a copyright,
I'm for the right things to be
oh, you're for the wrong
Today
thing
you
on
will
this one.
copy left.
What they are doing to
Today you will
Chairman,
copy left.
Chairman, so what is
Today
that?
you will copy left.
they
You
are
are
you
copyright.
Yeah, you are copying left.
It's not
no,
nice.
no,
They are
no.
copying left.
You are copying left.
Copy left
You see,
advocate.
from the whole
Copy left
phrase of the
advocate.
chorus, it's from Osuania Free Fine or Papa Christie's song.
Yeah.
The whole phrase was lifted. This is lifting.
Lifting.
You are what lifting you mono. What carry you mono. What you are saying? So listen, and the man came out to tell you that it is not about give credit to where it's supposed to be. That's all. Oh, this song, there was a case here. I think Mr. Hagladem will be a witness to. Kelvin Boy took a sample of Ohineba Kisi.
Yeah.
You
That one
were
was
here.
right. That one was right. That one was
Why was
clean.
that one right and this one not
Because
right? Because you are part of the
everything,
TV
it was
people.
correct.
Well,
I'm not part of
the
it.
budget.
What about minimum?
What about
I don't even
Stone
know
Boy
them.
You know them. You know them. You know them.
I don't know them.
Oh.
Minimum.
See,
And the question too.
let's not encourage these acts.
You see.
People have worked. People
Oh.
have put their blood in trying to create properties for themselves.
But don't you think? I mean, from Kwame Dazi's point of view, I mean,
He hasn't got a point of
no.
view.
Okay,
I
so
have a point of
so
view.
he
I
is
have
trying
points.
to say that if this case goes to court, there would be some form of documentation, and the
Proper, we
industry
should
would
learn from
industry
it.
will be
Listen,
able to learn.
Bro, listen. I can pick up a gun, excuse my language, I'm on radio,
Yeah.
and shoot you dead. And I can get a good lawyer, and I can walk.
That doesn't make
The
the
court
act.
doesn't mean that if you go there, necessarily I'm guilty. Once I am able to establish my case that what I did was probably self-defense, I can walk.
But ADR does.
You know, but then laws are laws. These are rigorous laws that have been put, the copyright laws you have lifted. You have infringed on somebody's property. Just do the needful. Talk to the person. Oh, okay, I think probably I picked this out of unawareness. I'm sorry, but I'll do the needful. Like they have done now. Case close. it serves as a precedent
Every time we
others to learn from.
okay.
This is also
listen,
the president.
so that-
Kwame is looking for.
So
Ashes
the
is on the floor.
precedence.
Hold on,
Kwame
hold on.
Dazi. So now, do you accept that this is also
a
some
form of
form-
precedent.
Form of what?
Yeah, it's a precedent.
It's a wrong precedent.
Okay, that's his opinion. Listen,
It's a very
there's a burnout.
dangerous
I was
precedent.
asking Robert
You've done
here.
a wrong
But you
thing.
can still learn from it.
It's a deadly precedent.
But
I was
you can still
asking.
learn
I was asking Robert here.
Not
There's
president.
a Burna Boy Tony
Precedents.
Braxton song.
Yes,
We all know
That's-
the song.
that's a correct
What
precedent.
did Burna Boy take from that song?
everything.
Instrumentation.
Just the instrumentation.
There's also the voice sampling.
Yeah, and then a voice sampling.
Melody.
It's
Melody.
Melody.
But
It's
that's
not
part
only
of-
melody.
This one
Kwame,
is not
see,
melody.
But you have to
no,
start
it's
off
not
with
melody.
hold on,
The
hold on.
phrase- The phrase is an everyday expression. Why do you
What
want
is the
to
everyday
say,
expression
"Munyami,
here?"
munyami,
See,
munyami"? I mean, oh,
Okay, it is
God.
a-
When it comes
We are
to
destroying the
Yeah,
industry.
see,
I don't know why you're there.
when it comes
Oh.
to sampling, when it comes to interpolation,
But I don't even know why you're arguing.
Hold
The
on,
person,
hold
the
on,
two
hold on,
persons,
hold on,
the two
hold on.
people in the worry. No.
Uh-huh.
They have dealt with the issue.
Hold on, gentlemen, hold on, one after the other. Hold on, gentlemen, hold on, one after the other. Kwame, Dazi, your microphone is even off. Nobody's hearing you. Hold on, one after the other. Ashes is on the floor. Hold on, Adam. We'll get to you. Ashes is on the floor.
That Burna Boy thing.
Yes.
The Adam is quiet.
That Burna Boy Tony Braxton thing.
Yes.
Tony Braxton has 60% too.
60%.
60%.
It was a clear,
Yeah.
it was a clear
Now, wait, they're
copyright
clear.
issue. This
But
one
this
is
is not clear.
not. This one is not.
Why is it not, Kwame? Why are you arguing this way?
We've talked about this so many times. It's not.
Why
Clearly,
is it not? Explain to me.
technically? It's not.
Where is it technically from?
Melodically, lyrically, it is not.
Drink something.
I'm not.
But who said anything about melody?
When I give out something, drink.
and sampling is not only about melody.
Nobody said anything
You can,
about
you
melody.
can, you can.
Lyrically,
No, it was lyrics.
Look at-
And it was- Master, it is the interpolation of the
What is he talking about, Kwame?
Rob,
when you do
Slim,
that-
Okay, so Ashes. You okay? So Adam. Oh, Kwame Dazi. This morning. No,
to succumb to Kwame Mickey.
Kwame Dazi.
And now he's celebrating and jubilating.
You know what? The guy you go there, be like say for charge go there with you.
Charge, let's
No,
go.
the place you go there, we there you go.
It's not nice.
No. We don't go agree
It's
make
not
you do
nice.
this kind of thing.
Kwame Dazi.
It's not like
why they do like that?
Can promise taking Kwame.
So lifting is not
It's a
lifting is not a
different
crime.
thing.
Lifting is not a crime. And you lift
It's
somebody's
not lifting.
Charlie,
It is not lifting.
I think the song, yeah.
This
Chema.
morning
We
I
have
saw
listened to
it.
the songs.
No.
Kwame Dazi,
It's
it
a
shocked me
song.
today, but it's all good.
Today I
It's
saw
all,
about-
it's all for the love of the game. Kwame Dazi, kindly hold
I beg you.
hold
But
your
how are we
horse.
solving the problem without listening to the song?
But what's
Kwame
there to
Dazi.
solve? The people that it's concerned, they solved the thing already. The green or the matter.
The only advice I have
The
for
thing has been
Kwame
resolved.
Dazi.
What are we fighting
the
over?
advice I have for Team Eternity is
Dad,
that
I'm not happy with you.
when they truly sample,
Somebody might be
interpolate,
listening, and as if-
cover
what we are
people's
talking
songs,
about? What are we
they should
talking
seek
about?
clearance from
Maybe
them.
he
When
just
they
choose-
truly do
he
that,
doesn't understand what
but
we're talking
when
about.
and
out
you
of
have
their
an
own
issue.
creativity,
Me and you have
they are
issue.
able to put together
have resolved it.
works that are not samples. They should not be cowed into submission.
Can we all I beg,
And the man is
I beg, gentlemen,
throwing dust in the air.
gentlemen, Ashes, I beg.
I'm throwing, proper education.
Kwame Dazi.
to people to
Kwame
learn from the
Dazi,
situation.
your time is up. Your microphone is off. Adam,
And then talking
1 minute.
Thank
1
you,
minute.
thank you, my lord.
1 minute.
Thank you, my lord. You see, when it comes to
Talk.
sampling,
Talk.
when it comes to sampling, it's not just about the melody. You can sample even drum loops. You can sample bass lines. You can sample vocals, and you can sample. One thing which is very, very crucial in this kind of sampling is the kind of part of the song you sample. I mean, if you listen to the definitely old one, that part, it's like the soul of the song. And if you come to the old one, even just this Sunday at the Accra Sports Stadium, that definitely that part was the one buzzing on the streets. So it's like the soul of the song.
copyrighted the song.
But that part is the soul of their song, as the old one. So there is too much of it. Then aside that, if you listen to the songs, two songs well, it's not only interpolation. They also did the flip sampling, Where in the flip sample, you cut some parts, you lift some parts, and leave some parts. So in the old one, it was Minianum, and the new one, it starts from Munjaime. Minianum Munjaime.
But what you're saying is the same as what you already said. No, it's not like that. They've lifted the hook. That's it. Let's go. Let's leave that one. It's okay.
And
lifted the hook.
What I'm trying to say is that they have flipped and they have interpolated.
They have done interpolation.
Okay. Fantastic.
So, I mean, we need to.
Let me pray for the industry.
It's a good thing they have done the honorable thing.
Thank you very much.
We went for prayers. We went to
Praise Reloaded.
What's his name? Praise Reloaded.
Yes.
And it was reloaded
You
heavily.
don't need my prayers.
No,
with this
no,
understanding.
industry.
Oh,
No.
you'll be calling for wrong things to
That is not going to
confusion. So I'm going to take bless me.
happen. Thank you very much, Kwame Dazi.
Are we done already?
Yes, we are done.
But we've not arrived at any conclusion.
No,
What is that to
Compromise.
conclude?
What
What
is
is
that?
that?
Conclusion that they need to go back and rectify all the things. You see,
Praise
we need to
Reloaded
go- we need to
2024
go to-
happened over the weekend at the Accra Sports Stadium, and this is what happened. On Sunday at the Accra Sports Stadium, and Kwame Dazi was there. Kwame,
Oh, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I saw videos that you posted, especially the
Yes,
one that
yes,
you even
yes.
tagged
It was
Kwame
a
Mickey.
great Holy Ghost encounter.
Tell me about it.
I felt the
Eyewitness account.
Spirit of God
And you were
at the
delivered.
stadium. I wasn't delivered. I delivered some people there, and I prayed for Team Eternity and Kwame Mickey and Robert and everybody in the industry. For the first time, Joe Metal has decided to move out of an enclosed area, and according to him, he wanted to reach out to a lot of people because he thought, the fans and the doors, so let me go open it up, and he chose the stadium. The stadium is one place that most people have targeted to fill, secular artists, Shatawale, Stoneboy, and all those people. And so for the Christian community, they thought, Joe Metal would do some magic with that. When you speak to him, his focus goes beyond just the numbers, as in we proving a point that we're going to fill the stadium. But it was about impact. Okay. It was about touching souls and lives. And I think he did that. I was there. I saw how people were really engrossed in the whole service, or if you like, concert. Men of God were there to also pray, lead worship, and all that. And let me say this. The organization was on point. Sound, lighting, stage. And for those who watched via Facebook Live, you could see how they put everything together.
Yes.
The performances, Charlie. It tells me one thing, people in the gospel fraternity invest so much into live performances when it comes to the vocal delivery and the stage presence, they have it. And to me, for Joe Metal doing this for the 12th time, I think he's come a very long way, and he's now stamping his authority in the gospel space as somebody who really matters in this industry. I wish him all the best moving forward. I know that he's going to do bigger versions of this concert in the next years to come.
Adam, you're also present, right?
No,
I think you are not around.
yeah,
But Robert was there, right?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay. So let me hear
Sure,
from
sure.
Robert's eyewitness account of the event.
It depends on what lens you're looking through. But I think that from the gospel perspective, a beautiful show. He had the father's presence, and that's big. So it's not just the artists that you can see that were advertised. The fact that the fathers were there, and these fathers also. So we had for Archbishop Duncan Williams mounting the stage, and then they spoke about the relevance of this gathering, because it was also to pray for the peace of this country, especially in connection with the elections that are upcoming. So it was very vital. And so they, the fathers were there to be able to throw their voice and support, and they got the entire congregation, thousands of people, literally making prayers to God, to intercede on you and our behalf. Yeah, I was there, so we were praying, and you were not there.
No, I was also watching online.
Yeah, you were just.
I followed online.
You followed.
Yes.
Okay.
Online
Yeah. Did you
worship
pray?
is-
Did you pray though?
No.
Exactly. So we prayed for you, so
Thank
that
you
you
very
will
much.
have a peaceful country
Thank
to
you very
work in
much.
while you were being lazy doing whatever you were doing. So
I was monitoring.
You
not
were
being lazy.
monitoring. Yeah. I mean, like, but you failed to pray. It means you did not obey, and they say obedience is better than sacrifice. So so in terms of the program, it was lovely. It was beautiful, and yeah. I mean, what's there not to basically? So it was enjoyment and spiritually uplifting, and you could also see clearly the gospel industry and how people within the space are commanding their fan base. Himamesu was there. Awesome ministration and performance. You could see when she was doing. She came in with Otemimo,
Okay.
and then she also did the new song and the Dry Bones.
Dry Bones, okay.
Yeah.
She performed.
Very powerful.
Oh.
And then you should have seen MOG now adding the prop of the trumpets to his performance. Also very lovely. Joe Metal had like what, a 60 choir. I don't know whether it's 60 or more. Choristers behind him, and it was awesome. Like one man, loads of choristers behind, and it was huge. And the people who were on the platform, everybody delivered. And Team Eternity, gave us a great different experience.
Of course.
Were you able to make it?
No, I wasn't able to make it, but like
You've seen bits and pieces
we
on
followed,
social.
we followed
Okay.
online, so we saw how the whole thing transpired, and I think Joe Metal has done great. We should give it to him. Huge leap from his comfort zone to this. I spoke to him before the program, and there was something I was discussing with him, and you could see the tiredness. You could feel the tiredness in his voice. Like I think 2-3 days to time, I had a conversation with him, and he was so tired. Like the things he was going through and making sure everything was on, detailed. Yeah, and to see the huge crowd that went out there in support of Joe. I mean, this is what we want to see for ourselves. If we know if we sell the O2 Arena, Accra Sports Stadium, therefore not hard for us. For if we sell we could go away. So, yeah.
Well, shouts
But
to
obviously
DJ
the numbers
Mensa.
are more than Accra O2 Arena, right? So
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm saying.
more
If
than
we
the
know if we
Indigo.
sell the O2,
no,
More
we're
than
not
the
even
Indigo-
discussing Indigo.
no,
We are discussing
main
O2
arena.
Yeah, it's
of
about
course.
20K, and this is more than that.
Accra Sports
more than
Stadium is
that.
supposed to be 40,000, 45,000.
yeah,
40.
40.
Oh, okay.
So it tells you that we can do it if we put ourselves together. We can do it. And most especially the personalities in there, if you watch reviews from the bloggers and stuff like that, you can see people actually went out to patronize, Joe and the Holy Spirit. And Joe has come a long way in his ministry. He's one person, me personally, I play Joe almost every night or every morning. Personally, it's a personal thing. I'm always on Joe's rep. He inspires me a lot with what he does. And he knows I'm a big fan. And Kwabena, actually, it's Kwabena that made me fall in love with Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, Kwabena is a big, huge Joe Metal fan. Don't play. Don't play with Kwabena and Joe. He's a huge fan. Whenever we are traveling, we listen to Joe from wherever we are. Yeah, he will not play any song in the car. He will play Joe Metal throughout.
Wow.
And back.
Wow.
So I fell in love through that, and then I've been hooked on. So I think we should give it to Joe, and then all the others that went to support him. We're looking forward for Diffie concert too.
Okay.
Then we'll see how it will go.
Anyway, I'm being told DJ Mensa shouts going out to you that there were more than 60. The choristers were more than 60. There were actually 100 backup vocalists.
Wow.
For Joe Metal's performance.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
100
Wow.
yeah, it's more than
Huge.
So I said more than.
No, you said that.
Yeah,
You
I
said
said
that.
it.
100.
100. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God. That's
Adam,
huge.
My Mensa asked Mensa
Yeah.
why he was wearing black during the event. Like,
Mensa
why?
goes on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
so,
talk something.
So
but
this
I
why the
don't
Mensa lead be one. This why be one there.
well, why he was wearing black? I don't know why they wear black.
No, he's a black guy.
He's a black.
Mensa lead be one there.
Adam.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I mean, those of us who were watching from home, I was in bed watching, and I could tap the anointing.
You're in bed.
Watching,
Like your guy say no
And-
go.
I could tap the
Adam is
anointing.
everywhere.
No go. That's why they call her Aglafa.
I mean, from the comfort of my bed.
He say no go.
Comfort.
It tells you that those who were there really tapped a lot because I mean, the oil kept burning in.
You were in the comfort of your bed tapping.
The
I know what he
anointing.
was doing.
Please, I beg you. So I want to say that, big up to Team Joe Metal, and I really want to believe that they took advantage of the number of people who came by taking some level of data from them so that subsequently it will become part of their database, with their releases, events, among other things, so that, it will help them. They've shown that, indeed, doing business with the gospel industry is a good business. So corporate Ghana, among others, need to see the gospel as a viable business venture where they can do a lot of business with them. And I want to express my appreciation to all those who went in to support him, from production, the media, among others. And if you look at big ups to Nino, he did a good job. Those...
one leg of the table.
This guy on
one leg of the table of men.
This guy on social media.
I was hanging out with another leg of the table.
What's his name? Mike is a big advocate of
but I didn't see him there. Okay, maybe.
Interestingly, I saw my chairman, who was immense in the spirit, Pure Chidako. I thank God that he was proved.
Yeah, he did.
We too. We are sorry you didn't go.
Oh, next time you see me there. So big ups to everyone. And in the meantime, Akosia Kanga.
In the meantime,
says she's listening. She sent a message to Kwame Dazi and he does it the other time.
That be the guy that did
it. Yeah, so she's listening. Akosia,
she's listening right now.
What's her name?
Oh yeah,
Akosia Kanga.
I thought you said Akosia.
No, she has a clothing line too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you see, lastly, before you go, see, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
If it was Hip Life, we would have
been talking about it. Yes.
Gone up the hill for it.
Yes.
This is a huge projection for Joe Metal and the gospel industry.
Yeah.
Let's big them up for this. Seriously, let's make the loudest noise as we can on this particular project.
You know what's nice?
What's that?
Live music performance.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Live music.
Yeah.
Live music performance. So if you want to see all the encomium skills whatsoever, then it happened live.
No trouble.
How was sound?
Solid.
No, sound online super solid. I don't know about it.
Solid.
Yeah, those who went said it was amazing.
Sound online
Who did
was so
sound?
solid. Yes.
Also
Yes.
Silicon House. Oh,
Yeah.
solid.
So thank you guys. Thank you guys for.
Okay, you.
DJ Slim, no going.
You see, those people, they are on song, and sometimes we forget them. But they are the actual guys that propel shows and events, sound, light, stage, and we never mention them.
Yeah.
They never get any hypes from it. So big up Niamati, big up Silicon House, and every other person that put in a work for this particular
And the
event.
sponsors who are part of
Yeah,
the project.
yeah.
They
Y'all
made
did
the
well.
miracle happen. Yeah.
This is Hitz.